Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. I'm video game pianist Martin Luring. Welcome. So let's do a quick sound check before we get started. Can you hear the piano well? And how's the level of my voice? All right, so it seems like the levels are fine, so let's get started. All right, so I'll begin with the Super Mario Bros. 3 Overworld 2 theme. Hello everyone, so I got the piano tuned recently, so it should sound more in tune. And also I'm trying to stream more regularly now with a consistent streaming schedule. So what do you think about this time at 3 p.m. PST on Fridays? What do you think about that time? So I have a poll you could fill out to fill out what times you're available for a stream. So we'll try to get a consensus vote to get a regular streaming schedule time. So let me find the link for that. So there's the link to the doodle poll there, and you can go to the poll and select what times on average you're available. I know there's a lot of times to select, but you just select for 1 week. So for instance, if you're available like on Fridays at this time, just select the time for Fridays for say for the next week only, just vote for the times for next week. And so if you're available on Tuesdays or Thursdays or whatever, just select what times you're available, and the times that get the most votes, and when I'm free as well, that's when I'll do the regular streaming schedule. So originally I thought of just doing a streaming schedule all the way till the end of this month, but I think I can have a streaming schedule to the end of the last week of August. Hello, Tanner. And hello, Aaron and Leah J. and Black Note 2, Rose Fangirl, PBJ. So, yeah, so please fill out the poll so we have a consensus for a regular streaming schedule. And also, I've been working on my Patreon arrangements. So I'm working on making more YouTube videos too. So I have to balance how much time I want to do streaming, because I want also to make YouTube videos too. And I'm also arranging the music too. So it takes a considerable amount of time to create the arrangement and learn it, memorize it, record it, etc. So it's a lot of time that goes into it. So I want to do both creating YouTube videos and live streaming. So it's all about balancing too. All right, so that's the news I have for now. And I have some more exciting news to announce later. I'll let you know. So follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook as well. All right. You're welcome, Tanner. Alright, so let's continue, and I'll play Super Mario World title theme. Alright, so that was Super Mario World title theme, composed by Koji Kondo. Now I'll play The Legend of Zelda title theme. That was The Legend of Zelda Overworld theme. Now here's Kirby music, Green Greens. Alright, thank you, Rose Fangirl. So how y'all doing today? So to make a request, you have to make a super chat of $5 US dollars for a piece that's on my repertoire list, and $7 for a piece that's not on my repertoire list. So check out the link below in the video description for that. I'm doing well, Rose Fangirl. I'm also learning how to drive too. So I'm trying to eventually, hopefully, get a driver's license, because I haven't learned how to drive, and I've been living in Los Angeles for years, and I've just been putting off learning how to drive for years and years and years and years and years, and it's finally time for me to learn how to drive. So how many of you know how to drive already? Press 1 in the chat and type 2 in the chat if you don't know how to drive. Yeah, so most of you know how to drive. I'm still learning. I have to take a driver's test, and go to driving school. It's funny because I have a doctorate in piano performance, but the driving test, it's like I'm preparing for a doctoral exam. But I feel like, if I'm just psyching myself out. I don't think I just, I'll take practice tests and take the written exam online, the practice test online. All right, so yeah, some of you are 12 years old. That's why you can't drive. I understand. All right, so if you want to make a request, you have to make a super chat of $5 US. And that's for a piece that I know. For a piece that I don't know, I'll have to learn it on the spot. It's $7. All right, so here's Super Mario World underwater theme. All right, thank you. So yeah, I try to keep my hair. I use wax in my hair. It just spike it up a little bit. Thank you. Yeah, I got a haircut recently. It used to be really long. I got tired of it and just want to get it short. I should get like more scheduled haircut appointments because I always get a haircut, then I always tell myself I'll get another haircut in 4 weeks, but then like 2 months go by and I still haven't got a haircut, and then my hair just like gets so long. And even the sideburns, I can see it gets longer and longer because I haven't shaved my sideburns, so it gets like so long here. So yeah, I finally just got a haircut and got it cut really short. So now like it'll take a while for it to grow back like much longer. Yeah, so this Mario t-shirt, 16 8-bit Mario. So if we have 50 concurrent viewers, that unlocks guess the theme. All right, so let's go on. Let's play. Let's play Super Mario 2 character select theme. And here's the title theme from Super Mario 2. Alright, so now here is Super Mario 64, the title theme. Alright, so that was Super Mario 64 Bob-omb Battlefield, or the title theme, main theme to Super Mario 64. Alright, thank you. So now, I've a surprise. So I've been working on some new repertoire. I've been trying to learn new repertoire as well as, you know, spending time arranging music. So some of the pieces I've learned are Final Fantasy X, Path to Repentance, and Super Mario Jump Up Superstar. So which one would you like to hear? Would you like to hear Path to Repentance from Final Fantasy X or Jump Up Superstar? Alright, so it seems like Jump Up Superstar has a little bit more votes than Final Fantasy. So start with Jump Up Superstar. And this is arranged by Hayato Sumino. So if you've seen like this YouTube video where this guy's playing piano and there's like a video of the game here, that's Hayato, and he arranged this arrangement. right. So that was Jump Up Superstar, arranged by Hayato Sumino. Fun piece. So hopefully someday I'll make my own arrangement of this. So I have some of my own ideas on how to arrange this and what I would like to express and what I would like to bring out. Thank you. So the stream is going to go about to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So the stream will be about 2 hours on Friday. And let me get some water. Be right back. So it took me about, over the course of several days to just play it through, like in the wee hours of the morning when I did all my other work. So I learned it mainly on my electronic piano because it's funny because I tend to learn pieces pretty well on my electronic piano than on acoustic piano for some reason. I think it's because the electronic piano doesn't get out of tune, so it's always perfectly in tune. When I play on the acoustic piano, sometimes the tuning might throw me off subconsciously, but maybe it's just the time of day that I learn it too. I think like I'm really focused in certain hours that I practice. Because at night, I can play on my electronic piano with headphones and not disturb anybody, but of course I can't practice on this piano like at 2 a.m. So, yeah, maybe I spent about like 6 hours of practicing this piece total, maybe 8, around there. So I remember practicing it hand separately first, like a lot of times with the left hand because there are a lot of jumps, so it's a lot of just learning the jumps and stuff. Rose Fangirl, if you live in Los Angeles and if your parents would like you to have piano lessons, but I know you're like around 12 years old, yeah, I'd be happy to teach you. Alright, so the next piece I'll play is Final Fantasy X, Path to Repentance. And this was arranged by Masashi Hamazu. This is the Piano Collections version. Fellowix, right now I'm working on arrangements and transcriptions, and I just got Sibelius Ultimate, which is the latest version of Sibelius, so I have sheet music that I've transcribed over the years, but yeah, right now it's not like in a format that I'm happy with. So I only like release things that I'm really satisfied with before I have it available to the public. But I know a lot of people are interested in my transcriptions, but I'm trying to focus more on the arrangement part as well, because transcriptions are, if I just play what exactly is written in like the Nintendo Entertainment System or the SNES, the thing with that is that that music wasn't really written for piano, and there's a lot of pianistic things that are pretty awkward to play. For example, there are a lot of jumps that just come out of the blue and they just demand you to make those jumps no matter what you feel at the moment. And that sort of thing is just a little too esoteric. So that's where the arrangement part comes in, because I want to arrange things which actually brings out certain harmonies, certain themes, and there's more pacing to the music as well. So for that sort of thing, it's a lot more in-depth work, and it's a lot more it takes a lot more time. Like, I'm working on a Metroid Prime Phendrana Drifts arrangement, and I've spent easily like 20 hours working on it, and the arrangement's about like going to be about 4 to 5 minutes long, but the arrangement part, it takes that amount of time to just arrange it, and that's what I want to do these days, to like do more arrangements. Because yeah, there are piano arrangements of it, but I feel like when I arrange something, I put more of my own ideas into video game music and the performance, and that's what's so beautiful about video game music. In video game music, you're much more free to what expresses the emotions in the game and the characters. So there's a lot more freedom, and I think that's the beauty of it. And for the arrangement part, I can add extra voices and melodies, or add extra notes, or highlight certain harmonies, and I think that's what I want to do now with the arrangements. So stay tuned for that, because I want to make more YouTube videos with me playing my own arrangements. Yes, remember the Mario 100 coins arrangement? It's been a while since I played that. That was, I think that was for like an auction, and that was a donation to the Hurricane Katrina survivors. So I think it was like in 2007 or so, I made like a bid, like, I'm arranging this 100 coins for Super Mario arrangement, and whoever bids the highest, I'll dedicate the arrangement to them, and I'll donate the money to the Red Cross, which is helping Hurricane Katrina victims at the time. So yeah, so I made the arrangement, and so yeah, that was fun times. So like for arrangement, like take for example the Super Mario Brothers 1 theme. Okay, so back then there could only be 3 notes played at one time to play the notes like this. So the technology limited Koji Kondo, the composer, composing more than 3 melodic notes at a time. Well, fast forward when the technology got more advanced and there was greater file size for music. Look at Super Mario Brothers All Stars. So that music is, I don't think Koji Kondo arranged that. There's some other composer that took the music from Super Mario Brothers 1 and other Super Mario Brothers 2 and so on. They arranged it so that there were more voices, and they enriched the harmony. So it was sounding something more like, so the texture was more full. There was like more oomph to it. There was like more richness. You felt like there was more sonority to it. It was more satisfying to the ear. But for me, I want to even go on beyond that step, because that was just like enriching the harmonies. But for me, I want to add extra stuff, or take out things and add things that make it a more of a listening experience, and more of an artistic presentation as well. So that could mean like reharmonizing something, or voicing something different, or adding an introduction, something like that would somehow like enhance the music, or give my own feelings and interpretation to how the music is. Yes, that was me in the Super Mario medley, and that was actually from 2004 though, so that was like 14 years ago. Margarita. So yeah, so stay tuned for those arrangements. But I'm also teaching piano as a summer class, so that takes, I have to balance my schedule with all these things. Plus, I'm trying to learn how to drive, of course. All right, so here's Final Fantasy X Path to Repentance. Alright, so that was Final Fantasy X Path to Repentance. Thank you. Hello, JG12321. All right. So thank you, JG. JG is the person who's written the timestamps for many of the videos. So if you look at some of the live streams, you can look at the timestamps and look at the pieces that I played. All right, so yeah, the Super Smash Brothers theme. I haven't learned the new Super Smash Bros. Theme, but possibly that's something for me to arrange. I know it's an orchestral piece, so there's a lot of different colors and textures in orchestral pieces. All right, so now I'll play the travel agency theme from Final Fantasy X. Alright, that's the travel agency from Final Fantasy X. Alright, so I'll play one more Final Fantasy X piece. And this is called Yuna's Determination. Or Yuna's Decision. It's also the Calmlands theme. Thank you, General JJ. And we have our first super chat of today. It's by Crackbot, Tohu Necro Fantasy. Alright, let's check out the music. Alright, so let's see, where is, if there's a sheet music for this. Muse score. Alright, thank you, Crackbot. So the stream will go on to about 5 p.m. So if anybody else wants to make super chats, you're welcome to. Alex LP, if you want to make a donation through PayPal, that can also work too. So my PayPal email is videogamepianist@gmail.com. Just let me know when you've made the donation so I can take your request. That has to be $5 too. Alright, Tuhu Necro Fantasy. I don't see it. Let me just type in Tuhu first and see. Oh, Necrophantasia. Is that what you mean? Alright. You mean Necrophantasia? Crackbot. Alright, here it is. So let me get my page turner. Try the second by Freeman Mark. Where is Freeman Mark? Oh, okay, this one, A Maiden's Illusionary Funeral, Necrophantasy. Alright, here it is. Yeah, because the other one, I remember you super chatted before. I was like, oh, you want me to play that again? Okay. Alright, so this one is, yeah, I haven't seen this before. Alright, let me get my page turner. Be right back, and let me get some more water too. Over here in Los Angeles is a heat wave. All right. This goes pretty fast. We'll have triplets. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Oh, they're on triplets or eighth notes, but they're beamed that looks like triplets. 1, 2. That makes a big difference. Alright, here it goes. This was arranged by what, Freeman Mark? Yes, arranged by Freeman Mark. Here we go. Thank you for the super chat, Crackbot. So it's a lot of in the bass line, and the melody seems to stay within like a certain range, but then it varies with the rhythm and a little bit of the melody there. It like goes from B minor to B major. Alright, so let me try arranging this on the spot. So I'll come up with my own arrangements. And I'll show you what I mean by like arrangement. I'll come up with my own ideas. So it'll be something like that, but I should go to the original source of the music and listen to it, because instead of I listen here and then come up with my arrangement. So something like this, I could do something like something like that. But then, you know, I'd refine it and I'd spend like many hours thinking about, oh, I want to do this, or maybe I want to do that, or maybe I want to do something else. And then eventually I come up with something I like. All right, so let's return to Super Mario. How about Dolphino Plaza from Super Mario Sunshine? Alright, so that was Super Mario Sunshine Delfino Plaza. Alright, so now I'll play Super Mario Bros. 3 Hammer Brothers Battle. Alright, next up will be Super Mario World, the castle theme. Alright, so thank you for the super chat, Crackbot. So piece Snow Mountain from Super Mario 64. Alright, so that was Snow Mountain from Super Mario 64. Sometimes, do I ever fidget with my fingers as if playing a song? I mean like this? Da da da. I actually find that listening to the music is more helpful than doing this, because in a way, just doing this, it's like a mechanical thing. But piano playing, there are a lot of mechanisms and principles in piano playing that go far beyond than just wiggling the fingers, like internalizing motion in music. So, like, if there are two notes, one note is supposed to lead to the next or go away from the next note. So, like, if you have two notes, like dee da, it should go like ta da. There should be like a motion that goes to it or like away from it, like tee da. So internalizing that motion is very important, because, or else it just becomes a mechanical thing of just play da da or dee da. Because playing it mechanically like that and internalizing a motion, are they're actually worlds apart in terms of sound. For instance, if we go dee da, and if I go, they sound completely different to my ears. And another thing is like how you, like, yeah, that sort of thing. Like, okay, like anybody can play one note on the piano and have it sound like a professional, like sound really good, like, or another note. Anybody can do that, it can sound really good, but to play two notes in succession, it becomes really much more difficult to do that. And so the difference between an amateur and a professional is how a person plays two notes on the piano in consecutive order. That's the difference between a professional and amateur. Hello, Eduardo. Long time no see. My favorite game series, it changed from time to time, Most Fangirl. I've been playing Mario Kart 8 recently, also Plants vs. Zombies. So it depends on what I'm playing at the moment. As long as what I'm playing, I enjoy the video game that I'm playing, it's pretty fine. I don't really have a favorite. Thank you for the super chat, Crackbot. Dark World from The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. So Evan the Gamer, I'm starting to stream more consistently now. So here's, fill out this poll. Everybody who's just joined the stream, if you haven't filled out the poll, fill out this poll here. So that's the poll where you should vote for the average times that you're available, and I'll set up a streaming schedule from now until the last week of August. And so I'm thinking of streaming every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for about 2 hours, which is in this time period now, and possibly like another day of the week as well. So depending on what time slots get the most votes and what works with my schedule as well, then I'll set up a consistent streaming schedule so we can all convene at a time that's consistent. Because I think that's kind of what's been holding the streaming back from viewers growing. Partially is that because the streaming schedule hasn't been consistent. And because of that, viewers, there's not like a consistent time. Like if you watch your favorite television show, or, it's at a certain time slot of the week. So that consistency has the potential to draw more viewers to watch the stream or the show. All right, Dark World from Link to the Past. All right, thank you for the super chat, Crackbot. Let me get some water. All right, back. Yeah, that was Final Fantasy X Piano Collections. That's the book here. All right, so now here's the Banjo-Kazooie intro theme. Alright, so that's the Banjo-Kazooie intro theme. This is Banjo-Kazooie Click Clockwood Summer. Alright, so now here's Rescuing Princess Zelda from Legend of Zelda. right. Now here's Great Fairy Fountain from Zelda 64. Thank you, Eduardo W. Thank you, Bernard. Alright, that was a Great Fairy Fountain from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So now here's Sonic 1 Green Hill Zone. Alright, so now here's Super Mario 1, the ending theme. Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Marcos. Thank you, Marcos, and Super Mario, General JJ, Bernard. All right, so here is Mario Kart Double Dash Baby Park. Alright, so now play Super Mario 3, the underwater theme. And here's the desert world from Mario 64. Alright. And here's a merry-go-round theme from Mario 64. Congratulations to Ludwig Schindler for graduating. And here's the ending theme from Mario 64. Yes, hopefully you can edit the super chat amounts. Real gamer. Yeah, so for me on my Android phone, you can type, you click the dollar sign, then you click send a super chat, then you can slide the blue bar to the amount you want to super chats. Or you can type in where it says the amount and like a number keypad should appear and you can edit the amount that way as well. Alright, here's the Super Mario 64 file select theme. Alright, thank you for the super chat, Real Gamer. So this will be the last super chat of today, so I'll disable super chats. So I started the stream a little bit later than usual, so this will go on for about 15 more minutes. So I haven't heard of this piece before, so I'll have to look it up. And let's see if there is sheet music for it. Area 88 UN Squadron. I haven't heard of that. Let's see. Let's listen to it first. Oh, UN Squadron. The end. In the ending theme. 33. is it this? It's funny because there's a game called Area 88, and there's also a game called UN Squadron. Oh, I think I see it here. Is it this? All right. Transcribe it. So it's a B minor 7 chord. Let me get the rhythm. Ba da dee da da dee da dee da 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 dee 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 dee. All right. There's just 16 notes here. Something like that. No, it's actually quite different, I know. sure I can put more of my charm into it. Tricky to transcribe the rhythms and the harmonies. Ends on D flat major, this chord, and just I didn't expect that at all. Nicholas, how are you? All right. It would be fun if I had like 15 hours or so to really work out all the melodies and voicings. But it's... No, I can't complain because it's, a super chat, but this is... it's quite, this type of music in this era of video games, the credits theme, or the composers sometimes they go pretty wild in what they write. And this sort of writing, it's like, it goes so many harmonic detours and the melodic goes up and down and the rhythm changes so much. It kind of reminds me of this other ending theme I transcribed. It took me like, I forgot how much long I worked on it, maybe like 14 hours or something, but transcribing it was a lot because all these 16 notes. It was one of, yeah, it's the nature of this type of music, of these types of games, that it goes pretty wild in the writing. So I should play it before I forget what I transcribed. Because like I wrote out the notes here, but like a week from now, I probably won't remember what I wrote here. This will be like, I'll just see like A, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, but I won't like, it won't be like embedded in my memory of what it is. All right. So thank you for the super chat. That was UN Squadron / Era 88, the end. And that is the end of today's stream. So thank you for joining. So, and congratulations, Tan, for passing your AP exam. All right. Yes, and it's a pleasant sounding piece, and it's yeah, it is. There's a lot of things that catch the listener's ear in it, and there's a lot of different harmonies. It's a compelling piece. Just transcribing it, it's yeah, I would be happy with it personally if I could spend like 15 hours on this sort of thing and really fleshing out all the details. Because it's one thing to get the harmonies, like but then not only do you have the harmonies, you have the rhythms on top of that. And that's the thing that's really like, it's like I feel like I'm doing this all the time. Like constantly, like, okay, I've got to do this, and then I've got to go here, and then I got to do that, and then I got to do this, and then that. It's like I'm constantly going like this. You know what I mean? It's not like things are like this, and then this, and then this. Like Banjo-Kazooie music is like, I have this here, and then this here, and then I have this here. It's like very like sectionalized in that aspect. But this type of music is like, whoa, where's the music going next? Is it going here? Is it going there? Is it going to C sharp major? No, it's going to G sharp minor, but then it's going to take a detour to E major. That sort of thing. So, yeah. But it was fun. Real Gamer, I have a Patreon. So here's the thing, like, I'm also trying to develop my YouTube channel. I want to get like to 100,000 subscribers soon. So, because once I get 100,000 subscribers, YouTube gives me like extra perks. Like I can give extra rewards. Like people can subscribe, like do like, I don't know what's called, like, it's like they pay a monthly like rate or whatever. I think it's like $5 a month or something, and they get like extra bonus things for doing that. But that's only available for like people who have 100,000 subscribers. And also YouTube lets people record in their YouTube space if they have 100,000 subs too. And there's like a YouTube space in Los Angeles, but you know, I don't have 100,000 subs, so I don't have access to it. So like what I want to do is I want to create Patreon videos that is like, I spend a lot of time creating high quality videos. So if you check out like my Patreon playlist, those videos I spent a considerable much more time preparing for it and recording it. So Real Gamer, I suggest if you're interested in me doing like really like high quality arrangements, like right now I'm working on a Fendrana Drifts Metroid Prime arrangement. I spent like 20 hours on it so far. And so if you want to do that, you can donate to a certain tier amount to my Patreon page. So check out my Patreon page and you get certain rewards for how much you donate. So actually this goes for anybody who's watching the stream as well. If you want to, if you want me to make like a video, because like what I do with transcriptions in the stream here, I mean, yeah, it's like, it is transcription, but in the same time, it's not like my best work. It's not something that I can say, oh, hey, this represents like all my musical experience and knowledge into it. It's more like me trying to, you know, engage with you while transcribing it. Because the arrangement and transcription process is actually, to a viewer, it can be quite, you know, it's not very engaging because a lot of it happens internally, what I feel inside, what I think. So it's not really an engaging process. So when I transcribe it here, it's more like I'm trying to, you know, do the best I can, but I don't have the possibility of going to so much depth. So it's not like when I do a Patreon video, I'll spend like 15 hours transcribing or arranging something, or even more, until I'm really happy with it, because then I record it and then I post it as a video. And it's different from a stream, because a stream is just like boom, and then like a day later people may do you remember it, you know? Like, to be honest, like, how many of you are going to remember like what I played tomorrow or a week from now in the stream, you know? Because the nature of these live streams, they're like really transitory. But for the YouTube videos, I want them to have like more of an effect, more of a long-lasting remembrance of it, you know, like, so it's more memorable. And that way, if I spend more time in the arrangements, then it'll be more memorable. It'll be more of an impact, more engaging that way. So that's what I recommend. So Real Game, if you want me to arrange something and record it for video, try donating to my Patreon. And that way, then I can spend more time on it and transcribe it. I mean, there's some pieces I like arranging more than others. So I'm actually thinking of, like, you can make a suggestion, but if I don't like it, then I'll ask you to suggest something else. Because there are some pieces that for arranging that there's just too little material to work with. It's like trying to arrange something where there's just not enough material to work with, and it's just not, I don't know, it's sometimes it's just not enough material to work with. I mean, I could end up composing a melody on top of that, which is a possibility, but then, yeah, that is possible, but then that's not like the crux of the arrangement I want to do. Like, say for instance, if there's like a Mario Kart 8 piece, a lot of that the material is right there in front of me to arrange. Like, okay, I want to take this material and I want to voice it this way, or I want to, you know, paste the music in this way so that by the time it gets to this section, it's more of a like a peak of the piece. Whereas other pieces, there's not that material to work with at the beginning. It's more like I have to take what it is and run with it, like almost like do a lot of composition on top of it. Whereas something like, if a piece is like already there, then I have certain ideas that I can apply for the entire arrangement. Thank you, Crackbot, for becoming a Patreon. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, at the end, yeah, these sort of pieces, though, yeah, I mean, what other songs do you have in mind, too? Because it also depends. I mean, it's a minute and 50 seconds long, so it's not that too long. Let me hear part of it again. Yeah, this is possible. Actually, I could do it. There's, yeah, Yeah, I could transcribe this. I could arrange it for a Patreon video. Yeah, no, it's if you really love it and it's really means a lot to you. Yeah, I understand. It means a lot to you in that. So yeah, I'd be willing to arrange it. So Patreon is like crowdsourcing, crowdfunding a site. So people can donate. It's like a monthly. You choose how much you want to donate per month, and then the recipient uses those funds to help fund the projects to create more YouTube videos or create a video game or a new song or whatever. Yeah, so check out the you get rewards too. So like if you donate a certain amount, you get a blindfold. I'll sign a blindfold and mail it to you, or I'll write a thank you note and mail it to you. So you get certain rewards based on how much you donate too. So that's also a perk as well. Because yeah, like that's sort of like how I want to develop my YouTube channel that way. Because I've created like over 600, like around 600 YouTube videos. But the thing is that a lot of those times I did it when I was in school. Like I was a student in school and I was also teaching. So I didn't really have time to like delve so much into developing my YouTube channel. Like basically like I do, because YouTube channel, it's like doing another job because there's so many elements to it. And like I'm doing all the work myself. I don't have any assistants helping me like creating thumbnails or like video production or anything. I'm doing everything completely myself. So it takes a lot of work on that part of it. And so, but I think what's been holding me back from YouTube is like me creating my own arrangements. Because like I've been transcribing music lots, but the transcriptions are not, they're rote by rote. Like I'll write down what I hear, but I won't put any of my personal interpretation in it. Like if the piece will go like bum 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 like that, I'll just say okay, that's what the music is, and I'll play it on the piano, even though it's like extremely difficult technically because of the jumps and stuff. I'll make that subservient to what the music is. But now I start to think about it more and more, in that the composers of those times, they never really thought of composing those pieces for piano. I mean, it's just not practical to compose something like that. So I'm making the technical part subservient to a composition that the composers didn't really compose for piano, most likely. So it's kind of like a really unproductive way of doing things, because I'm doing things harder on myself for the sake of trying to be true to the music. But in a way, a lot of the ways that the composers compose it, they were limited by hardware technology and file space, file size. So I'm kind of making things hard on myself to be true to that music, but in a way that's actually not, that may not be doing the music a great service, or showcasing it as best as it could. So with that all being said, arranging the music will actually enhance the music, and it'll show like more of an interpretation of like how I feel the music fits in with the game. So yeah, in a way it's kind of like it's like arranging / adding things, it's almost like a composition in a way, but there's still arrangement, because it's acknowledging I'm using material that's already there. Because composition is like, okay, all the ideas are from my own impetus, whereas arranging, there's ideas that come from like a video game or melody from a song or whatever. So, right, Chatterbox. Yes, yeah, that's great. You get what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's like making something out of it in a way that makes it more of like that showcase gives more feeling to the music. Because like when you have two notes like I mean I'm just taking like a piece randomly for example, but if you have two notes like that, if you add more notes, the harmony is going to be richer and more meaningful. I could go like something like that, but I was just improvising in that aspect. But see, when it added something like that, it's like I'm not exactly doing exactly what I transcribed. I'm not saying okay, I have a C sharp here, then C sharp, B, A, B, E, C sharp, and like I have to play exactly like that because I want to be true to the game music what the composer composed with those technical and hardware limitations. And so when I arrange it, it's more of a like, okay, I feel like this chord here should be more luscious. You know, like if you're like in a tropical island, you see like a lot of like palm trees here and like the ocean is over there and then like hills over there. Like I want to evoke that setting or, you know, that similar feeling. And that feeling can be more evoked if I do something like voicing it, something like that, where there's more spacing in between the chords. I mean, this is getting into music theory, sort of like choral style voicing. Whereas if I just do something like this, something like that, it's going to have a different effect. And I'm not saying more is more and less is less. Many times less is more, and many times more is actually takes away from the meaning. But there are actually sometimes when you add more notes, actually gives it more like it makes the music more evocative. It gives the music more personality. So that's what I'm saying. It's like when there's more freedom for arrangement and the arrangement part is not easy. It's like okay, I transcribe this for like maybe 10 minutes or so, but arranging it would take like 10, 15 hours or even longer than that because it's more about like how much time you spend in it because the more time I spend on it, the better it gets. Because the ideas for the arrangement doesn't come like boom like that. I know what I'm going to do. It's like it takes a while and I try different ideas and over time I finally come to something that I like. So there's a certain amount of growing process that occurs when I arrange it and also questions like how closely to stick to the material too. Like, can I add another section? Can I add like another chord? Because sometimes the adding something else will give it like a chord to like spring off to the next section. That sort of thing. Or it could add like another layer of like, oh wow, this section relates to this section in this way because of how this is voiced and how this melody rises. And it'll give like a new layer of meaning because, you know, video game music has evolved and it's still evolving. You know, when I first made the Super Mario Medley video, I was 17 years old and I was playing Final Fantasy X music. Those characters in the game, they were around, you know, 17, 18, 19 years old. So back then, I was playing music with characters around my age. Now, when, you know, 14 years later, those characters, you know, they're still the same age because, you know, they don't age in the video game, but I'm much older. And as I get older, I get wiser in my musical presentation and I have more experience in it. You know, it's just a natural process. As you get older, you get more wise, hopefully. I mean, so I see video game music as more deeper meaning to me, and I approach it differently. So when I hear something, I see like, oh, okay, this could be done this way, and it'll sound, because of that, it'll sound this way. So basically, the arrangement gives me much more freedom to express the personality and character in ways, because the video game music scene has expanded, is more recognized, and it's more like celebrated. Whereas if I played like a Mario theme like 14 years ago, people would go like so crazy and they'd be so excited and everything. And you know, if you look at like when I played at the Penny Arcade Expo in 2005, when I played the Zelda theme, the audience went wild and they were like cheering and everything. But nowadays, it's the audiences have evolved. Like they still appreciate the music, but the reaction is not that. The reaction is different. So it's in a way that gives more freedom and more leeway into how the music is expressed, because you see like a lot of people will play a Mario theme in many ways, and video game in many ways, or any piece, like not even in video game music, people play it differently. So I think that type of presentation is more accepted and more almost expected in the video game music world. So, and plus you see a lot of video game ensembles, like bands, they, you know, obviously it's not like, you know, piano sheet music is available because a lot of people play piano, they want to play video game music. But I think for ensembles, you know, there's no like published music for that. That like a pianist can just take this and say, oh, I want to play Final Fantasy music. Okay, I'll learn this and play it. But a lot of bands, they will arrange the music, and ensembles, they arrange it. So that sort of thing is like, why shouldn't I arrange my own music too? Because that's part of the atmosphere of it, the arrangement element. It's fun, it's creative. So yeah, some video music is made to be loopable. So that presents its own charm and its own characteristics and personality. So yeah, there some loopable video game music has its own charm. So yeah, so that's my ideas, right? Because like then I can showcase more my personality in it, and also the music's personality too. And that way I think it's like a win-win situation, because then it's like I'm playing my own arrangements, and then the music gets heard in a new light. It's not heard the same way. It's not like, okay, this is the 1000th time I'm playing the underwater theme. Which has its own charm with, you know, the 3 notes. But there's, in a way, there's like, the piano has so much more potential to it. Like, why just limit yourself to 3 notes like this? You know, why can it be something like... Whether that's what I would like to do in the final arrangement or not, but something like that. So, yes, Real Gamer. So you can subscribe or sign up for Patreon, and you get access to my Discord channel too. So for those who are supporting me on Patreon, you get access to my Discord chat server, where you can chat with other people who support me on Patreon, and you chat with me. So it's kind of like an offline chat, what we're doing now, but it's like on Discord. So, and all you have to do is just donate $1 a month, and you get access to the Discord channel. Yeah, so, yeah, Chatterbox. Yeah, so that's what I created just on the spot. But just imagine if I spent like 10 hours thinking about it. not all at once, of course, but over a period of days, I would probably come up with something even better than that, because what I wasn't completely satisfied about with this was that the sometimes the bass could be a little bit too heavy in that way, because, and I'm not sure how to voice it, if it should be like this, but there are like some subtleties that will make a big difference in the long run. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a lot of it is, it is a thing in Japan and Korea to arrange video game music. We saw like the Hayato Sumino arrange the Jump Up Superstar. That was really fun. That was great work. So yeah, the arrangement part is I want to put more of an emphasis on that, as well as the performance aspect. So basically that's what you can expect to see in the new direction of the channel, because I've been kind of like sort of doing the same thing over and over and over again, and it's been getting me some subscribers, but not the amount that I'd like it to see. And I know other YouTubers that arrange their own music, and they're pretty successful with it, but that's not the reason why I'm trying to arrange it. For me, it's like the artistic reason comes first. And I think when I arrange it, it'll showcase more my personality, and I think that's what a lot of YouTube viewers are interested in, is the YouTube content creator's personality. Because you see all the different YouTubers, they have their own personality. So, I have my own personality, but because I've been transcribing music note for note, I've been putting my personality as subservient to the music. And in some ways, yeah, that didn't serve me as the person the best as it could have been. The work was still, it was still, I put a lot of time and effort in it, but I think like the personality wise, it showcases more when I arrange music. Yes, I have visited Japan in Tokyo in 2009. Yeah, so video game music. I have my friend Joanna Drift's arrangement. I have it arranged, but right now you have to wait later, because I have to like work on it even more. And even for making YouTube videos, like here's a tip: like if you want to record something, you should perform it first. You should perform something first and then record it. That will make the recording even better. So it's better to do that than just learn something and record it, because when you perform something first and then record it, you learn a lot from performing the piece for somebody, an audience. And then after you perform it, you can improve your performance or revise the arrangement and then record it. And then that performance gives you like an extra like buffer or extra like lift and like more confidence when you go to actually record it. So that's like a tip for anybody who wants to like record things on YouTube, like any pieces. Right, yeah. A lot of it goes to ending, completing the song, if the ending sounds satisfactory, things like that. That's also part of the arrangement too. And yeah, there are a lot of things, to do for the arrangement, and like not to criticize the arrangers that have arranged the music, but like for me, because I feel like some things pianistically, like I want to do differently. Sometimes it just comes to a matter of personal taste, and it's like one way is neither right or wrong. It's just like one person prefers food to be a little bit more saltier, or another person prefers food to be more spicier, that sort of thing. Or like I like adding some cinnamon to my oatmeal, but not too much that the cinnamon overpowers the oatmeal. So like for me, when I arrange the music, I like to make it like a little bit more like technical in a way, that because I feel like when I add a more technical aspects to the arrangement, it kind of squeezes out an extra like expression to it. Whereas if I were to play something like I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but if I add extra technical elements to enhance the music, of course, not for the sake of technicality, the music, I feel I'll be able to squeeze extra meaning from it, because I have to sort of struggle to, or I have to pay more attention to the technical aspects, and I'll create more subtleties in between the notes. It's kind of hard to explain, but because when you're so preoccupied with the technical aspects, sometimes you'll create sounds that you don't intend to on your conscious mind. You'll create sounds when you're trying to connect phrases to one other phrase, or when you're trying to go from section A to section B, and each section is like 2 minutes long. You'll create sounds subconsciously or not intentionally, and they'll be very beautiful. And when you do that, it creates another layer of meaning, because of that sound is enhancing the music in a way that's like almost, so it makes the music more fresh. All right, thank you, Real Gamer. Sure. So, Real Gamer, there are other people who have requested things earlier, so I have to do, the arrangements in order. So I think there are 3 arrangements that I've queued up that are already in line. So after I do those arrangements, I could do your arrangement. And I'm trying to set a timetable when people could request songs every so often. So basically, that timetable is under the Patreon rewards of like how often people can request a piece, and I'm trying to get through the arrangements in a certain timetable so I can like get into like a routine. But obviously, there's no clear-cut answer until I really like get used to arranging more and more, and the arrangements just get better the more time I spend on it. And that's the thing, like, the more time I spend on arranging something, the better it'll get. My favorite video game series is, I mean, I like Mario and I like Sonic the Hedgehog. That's because I played them, but it doesn't mean I don't like Zelda or I don't like other pieces. I mean, the game series I like are the ones I've played, so it's kind of like biased in that way. But yeah, so I'll try to, I'll take my time and work on the arrangements. And yeah, so people who donate to Patreon, you get access to a monthly Patreon only stream. So basically what happens is that every month for 1 hour, you get access to a private stream I do on my YouTube channel, where all the Patreon patrons can watch my private stream. And on those private streams, that's when I'll play my arrangements that I have yet to record. They'll be like my debut of playing the arrangements, because as I said before, I truly believe that performing something first and then record it is the best idea, not recording something and then performing it. Because performing it, again, you get a lot of experience from performing something. Whereas when you're in a recording studio, you're just playing for the microphones. It's not for a human being. It's different. It's a different mentality. Hello, ugly. Yes, you sent me a T-shirt and I wore it to my theory class, and my theory professor laughed. He was like, "Oh wow, it's so funny." Long time no talk. I mean, so yeah, you're from the Web 1.0 E-Bombs World days. I've been doing well. As you see, I'm still, playing video game music. So, yeah, I remember your T-shirt you sent me. It's funny. It's fun times wearing it. Yeah, I was like sitting in theory class, and my teacher's like, "What is your?" My professor's like, "Oh, what does your T-shirt say?" I was like, "Oh yeah, that's what it says." Like, and he said it out loud, and he started laughing. Yeah, it's fun times. Yeah. So how are things going with you? I mean, with Web 2.0, I mean, are you doing something different? Because remember, your website was for like Web 1.0 era, when people would post funny videos, or you would like post funny videos, and it was like before like sharing videos were a thing. It was like people would go to your site to watch it. Yeah, so that's the idea, with arranging music, because I'm excited with that, because now that I have like an acoustic piano and like a recording setup, I could like, this is my recording studio here, and arranging things and just coming with ideas. That's the exciting part, because then I could just share it with you. I could just share it with an audience, and hopefully my audience will grow as a result. And yeah, and I can share like my personality, because if other people arrange video game music, I mean, if I were to play other people's arrangements, I mean, they're good. I mean, but it's like I'm playing what they think is the music, rather than I'm creating something where I think it could be this way, and how I interpret to be this way. And so it's like arranging it. It makes the music like more fresh and more of my own personality to it. All right, so that's that's the direction of the channel. So thank you for watching live stream. So that's just like sneak preview of what the channel will be like in the future. So yeah, thank you for joining the stream, and I'll check out the doodle poll. So I'll post a link to the doodle poll one more time. So check out the link and vote for the time. Vote for all the times that you're available, not just the times that you prefer it to be, because we need to get a consensus vote of like what times are the most popular. Because we have viewers from Europe, like South America, the East Coast of the US, the West Coast of the US. We got people from all different time zones. So, I'm trying to pick the times that are good for most people. Obviously, I'm not going to please everybody, because it's not going to be at the most convenient time for everybody, unless you like staying up to like 5 a.m. in the morning, which sometimes I do. I'm trying to go to sleep earlier. But as you see, if I stream at a certain time of day, it's going to be like early morning for somebody, or it's going to be like when somebody else has dinner at that time, or the times always, it might be a little inconvenient for somebody because of the stream. But that's the nature of the of the streaming. But that's also the beauty of streaming to a worldwide audience. People all over the world can see the stream, and maybe if you have you can look at it from the lens of that. Okay, you can see the stream is just like the inconvenience that you have to be in different time zones. So maybe watching it at a little later or earlier than usual, maybe it's just a little inconvenient. It's not hopefully not a big inconvenience. But yeah, hopefully the big thing for me is just to get a consistent streaming schedule from there just streaming regularly, and hopefully more people will join the streams. Because like my goal hopefully is to get hopefully get like 100 concurrent viewers per stream on average, and then even grow from there. Because like some streams they get like hundreds and hundreds of viewers, and that would be fun, just to stream to a lot of people at the same time. Good question, Ugly. So I have a Twitch account. I tried streaming on Twitch, but the thing is, like for YouTube, I find like a lot of my audience is on YouTube because I built my channel here. So like people, when I stream on YouTube, my subscribers, they watch it. Whereas if I go on Twitch, it's like, it's a different environment, it's a different setting, it's a different feeling of streaming on Twitch. And it's just like my subscriber base is at YouTube. So, and it just makes more sense to just, at least for me, for the time being, just to stream on YouTube. So, I know there's some lag on YouTube occasionally, but it seems like there hasn't been any lag this stream, so it's been pretty good. So yeah, I have a Streamlabs for donations. So that could also be a possible way to donate. The Streamlabs link is on my Twitch profile. So yeah, that you could turn like Streamlab notifications on the YouTube video page, so like it shows up on the screen. Yeah, right. Yeah, it'd be great to get a new audience on Twitch. Yeah. But again, it'd be great to expand my audience on YouTube, because I'm trying to get like, more subscribers. So, yeah, there are benefits to streaming on Twitch, of course. So, yeah, I'll think about it. All right, so those are kind of like the direction. This is the direction my channel will go. So stay tuned for the future Patreon videos, and yeah, consider subscribing to my Patreon if you haven't, and that way, you'll get more funds to make arrangements and videos. Because after tune the piano, the tuning costs like $80 per tuning. It's a great discount. It's a great deal for piano tuning, and it's just like I invested in like a mic setup and like the recording mixer and stuff like that, and a laptop. So like the equipment, like for more funds, I'll help pay for that, and I'll just like it'll help me like make more videos. Yeah, Real Gamer, I'll just note it. If you could just, I'll add you on Discord, and yeah, I'll remember it. Let me write it down here. So yeah, that's that. I know. I don't know if that's a new thing, Warsaw Jeff, but before, as I understand it, at least previously, I got 100% of the super chats. Like, Google didn't take a cut from that. I know from the ad revenue, Google takes like I I don't know, a certain percentage, around 55% or something. But I thought for super chats, like the recipient gets all of the super chat amount. But maybe it's changed in the past few months or so. But all right, so yeah, and also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook if you haven't. So check that out. Like on Instagram, I did like, I went to the gym yesterday, did like push-ups on I did a handstand, did push-ups. So check that out. So I'll try to be like more, I'll post more on Instagram and social media, but sometimes that takes time too, and I don't want it to take too much time that it takes away from me arranging things, because I want to go in the direction of arranging things like in that direction, and like I don't want to get like held back from like too much social media activity. But yeah, I mean, it's fun to post things from time to time, but I don't want to like be so preoccupied with it. I want to like do the arrangement and get like people appreciate the arrangements from there. All right, so thanks everyone for watching, and so I'll check the poll, then I'll post on my Twitter page. So check out my Twitter account for the announcement when the live streams will be, like the consistent schedules. All right, thanks everyone. See you next time.